Hey girl, welcome back to my channel. This is new if you are a returning subscriber, but I had to do it for the girls. The next time I did these braids, I was doing it for y'all because I got so many compliments on these braids. By the way, my name is Brittany. If you guys are new here, please stick around, hit the subscribe button. Today is a hair tutorial, my first hair tutorial, and I'm so happy that we decided to do braids because braids are super trendy, spot on for the summertime. Get that leave out a break, okay? Give that leave out a break, and you can still go swimming in these, okay? You don't have to waste all that money on them bundles. We save money here, believe it or not. These curly pieces are synthetic, and I went on vacation with them. I was a mermaid, period. You're not gonna tell me anything. Mermaid. I was afraid going with synthetic hair, it was gonna knot up, and I just took the chance, and let me tell you, I'm glad I did that for us because we are not doing human hair. I did human hair the first time around, total flop, a waste of money, didn't even hold this curl pattern. Why even bother? Just get the synthetic hair. I'm gonna have everything linked below. I'm also gonna insert pictures on the screen, so don't worry, I got y'all. I'm not holding nothing out. All right, we're gonna go over a ton of things: what length I use, what hair I use, how I maintain these braids at night, how I sleep with them. Yes, you can swim with these because I know people are gonna ask, you literally went swimming? Yes, head under, submerged in water. Yes, girl, live your best life on vacation. Okay, you don't even have to worry about gluing your frontal down. Just get some braids. But I'm also going to show you guys a few different ways to style it really fast. So of course you can style it however you like, but this just happens to be a few of my favorites. I also wanted to know from like watching other people's videos how many curly pieces to add in, so I get into that too. Don't worry, especially if you want your hair to be like pretty sleek like mine, like it's not too busy. This hairstyle is extremely lightweight, perfect for summer. So you can do like the half up half down look, you can do the bun, of course, ponytail. I also wear mine to the side. I just been having so much fun with these braids. Honestly, I don't even think I'm going to go back even in the winter time to like weave or anything. This is it. Like, this is it. I'm obsessed. I'm literally obsessed. So yeah, if you want to achieve this look, then just keep on watching, sis, and make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss any future videos. I guess that's enough. Let's just get into the video. I left this small section of my hair out right here. One thing that I want to mention before you start your hair, do your baby hairs. Like, I'm a baby hair freak, so if you aren't into baby hairs, then of course just skip this part. I always do my baby hairs first, you know, see like how I want them to like lay, that way that they don't end up in the braids. Like, I just do like a swoop here and a swoop there on the sideburns, and that's enough for me. So I'm using 30-inch synthetic braiding hair. I don't recommend doing human hair. I see a lot of people wanting to do the human hair thing. I honestly feel like it's a waste of money and you're not going to get the look that you are expecting. I feel like the braiding hair will just manage a lot better and last a lot longer. Okay, so I did human hair at the bottom of my braids and I ran out and I ended up having to use synthetic. So what you see right here is all synthetic because now I know better. So when you know better, you do better. Yeah, I use synthetic hair that's on the weft. So I use this braiding hair. I think I paid like $10 a pack for the braiding hair. I bought 2 packs to be on the safe side. I have hair left over, which is perfect because I like to just touch up my braids. And yeah, 30 inches. I did not do any feeding into the braids at all. Like, I just took a certain amount. I didn't have the space to lay out a bunch of pieces all over, so that kind of slowed me down. If you have space to lay out the braiding hair, then, you know, go for it. But I just took some pieces like this size. I just did about this much, so it's like the size of my index finger. If you are like measuring, like, it's a little bit thinner than my index finger. So that's the amount of hair that I use, and I just did your traditional loop in between like that. I did a traditional braid. So if you don't know how to braid, I'm not one to teach you today. I'll show you guys how a non-braider did her own braids. I'm a non-braider. I parted my hair off with this rat tail comb that you can purchase at your beauty supply store for $1. I just like the point. It's just good for parting. I'm just going to even up the parts with the braids on the opposite side. I want my braid to really frame my face. So I think that I could do these braids any smaller and get it to look how I want it to look, and flat but not like super flat. And I feel like if I would have went smaller, it would have put a lot more hair around because of the little pieces that we add in. I didn't really want a bushy look. I just wanted to just really look nice and sleek and frame the face. So I'm just giving my hair a nice amount of, I want to call it edge control so bad, but I'm not sure if this is an edge control. So I'm using this Gummy Professional Styling Wax Ultra Hold on everything. This is everything. This is all you need far as like styling with. This is a must-have, hands down. And I think this is $6.99. You can actually order it on Amazon. Yeah, I think it's like it's under 10 bucks. Like, I have an edge control brush. It looks absolutely disgusting. I also purchased this from the hair store. It just looks so stank. It's because I've been doing my hair all day long and I haven't had a chance to clean it out as I was going. Swooping it like that. And then I'm going to take these two pieces. I hope I'm not like all over the place, but this is literally live. I feel like this is live from the 2 and 5. I'm going to take that and then I'm just going to go to the very end. And I'm going to wrap the hair completely around, pull my hair as tight as possible, not breaking it, but you know, just so that it could be nice and neatly in there. Braid down a little bit to about right there, and then I'm going to add my curly piece. My curly piece is actually on the weft. I should have cut this beforehand, so I'm just going to cut a little piece now. And you can tell I'm no professional. But baby, I'm here to save y'all some money, okay? Because you can do this at home. And right now, they're charging $400 for this hairstyle. And my curly piece, and you see my index finger right there? I'm wrapping it around, and I'm pinched. Let me do that again. I have my middle finger here, and my index finger here. I'm just taking the hair and securing it right in there with the index finger. And then I'm going to continue to braid. This is the easiest way to add in your curly piece. You want to braid down when you add in your curly piece. You not want it to stick up. Like I've seen a lot of people curly pieces come upwards and it just doesn't look right. Like that. I'm gonna take this clip right here and then I'm just gonna clip this curly piece right out the way. And I'm going to continue to braid down. I try to braid as neatly as possible. Like I said, I am not a braider. And like I said, I didn't feed my hair throughout the plait. I just took that amount, like all that feed in the braid. It just was way too much work. And just, I don't know, it's just more on a professional level. I don't have time for that. I didn't see the point. So unless your braid begins to get thinner where it's just not being even, then go ahead and add a piece in. So I'm going to use a bit of my edge control again. Use a tad bit more of the gummy edge control, and that's just going to help seal in those flyaways that are kind of coming out. You can also cut them, but when you add in the curly piece, the shorter end kind of sticks out, as you can see. So I'm just going to cut those little pieces off. I meant to do that, but like when you're trying to do your hair in, remember everything they say you can forget, but add a little bit of the gummy edge control onto like your index and middle finger once you add your curly piece in, so that you can just keep braiding down, and then you don't have to worry about like the flyaways. But if you forget, just take your scissors, cut it off. Just make sure it's not your real hair. I added in my bottom curly pieces right before I got to my belly button. So once you start braiding down, you feel like you're getting close to the end, like right around your belly button area. That's when you can go on and add in your bottom curly piece. But I'll do the next one with y'all. So I've seen a lot of people say in their videos that they burnt the ends or they put hair glue on the end so that the curly pieces didn't slip out. I didn't have that problem. I went swimming. Yeah, my hair held up completely fine without me putting mousse in it. I didn't add any mousse. I didn't add any product to this hair at all other than the way that I slept on it at night. I think that's just what helped maintain and, you know, rejuvenate the curls if they did fall. But because this is synthetic hair, I don't feel like I would really have that problem anyway, versus when I had the human hair pieces. Versus the human hair in the back. So let me see if I can find a piece in the back. All right, here's a piece in the back. So this is one of the human hair pieces. Looks pretty pathetic, right? Not worth the money at all. And then we're going to compare it to this piece that I just did, this is the difference. So this is the synthetic and this is the human on the opposite side. So it has a little curl in it because, like I said, I slept with a roller last night. But for the most part, it would be like completely straight after I got out the pool, or after like having it all day. Just the curls just completely fell and the synthetic hair was flourishing. I want to mention the other hair products that I use, and that is the Mael. I use the Mael Rosemary Mint Strengthening Oil. This is my go-to. Every time my hair falls out, this brings my hair back. So I highly recommend this if you don't want to use like grease and stuff like that. You can do this after your braids are completely in. You can just go all through your scalp and just, you know, put some drops in, run your fingers through it. And I do the same thing with the rice water. I like to do it when it's wet. That's another thing I wanted to mention. Although my hair is straight right now, I did not press my hair out to do this hairstyle. Another thing I feel like is a waste of time, is unneeded. If you use the gummy edge control, I mean, unless you have like really coarse hair, then I would recommend just go ahead and, you know, blow dry it out really good, you know, so that you can get a better grip. But I still don't think it's necessary for anyone to actually straighten their hair before they get braids. Like, why damage your hair before you're going to put braids in it? This is the only section that I blow dry out, and that was for the sake of the video, so I could see better on camera. See this amount of curly hair? This is too much. You want to take a slice of it that is about this thin, about that thick, far as the wavy go. You don't want to take like super small pieces at the bottom because you don't want it to look thin at the bottom, but you do want it to be, you know, reasonable. Like, you don't want to be stingy. And far as the pieces on the side, I would say I did about this much coming out the sides of the braids, because I didn't want them to be as thick as the bottom pieces. So in the same way that I had wrapped the hair around my finger at the beginning, curly dangling pieces, I'm going to wrap the hair the same exact way around my index finger. I'm going to continue to just braid down. Don't forget your edge control. I just put a little bit on my fingers as I'm braiding down, and you don't have to worry about leaving any pieces out at the bottom. You'll just continue to braid down, and when you get past the braiding hair, you can pretty much stop braiding. And like I said, I did not dip my hair. I did not put any hair glue. I didn't burn it. I didn't do any of those things. I literally sealed the deal with the gummy edge control. Once again, I highly recommend using this product. And when you're done braiding it down, so you can braid down as far as you want, but you do want to stop so that the curly pieces can be hanging. And you see how this is like pretty much the entire front of my hair. So you see how the curly pieces are like way too much. Like, I didn't want my hair to be heavy because I wanted to be able to style it in different ways and stuff like that. So I'm just going to take that clip off, and then I just kind of ran my fingers around the curly pieces. It's kind of getting a little touch of my edge control, and just seal it in, and that's pretty much it. This hair is 24 inches long. You do want to get a nice length of curly hair to add into your hair, because I made the mistake of getting human hair bundles, and I think I got the inch 24, and it's completely different than synthetic hair in length. So I feel like you get cheated out of the length when it's human hair. Just be prepared to be doing your hair all freaking day when you do this hairstyle. Like, this is no joke. It is probably about 9 o'clock at night, and I've been doing my hair since 7. Granted, I did stop a few times, but listen, even if I didn't stop, I would have pretty much been just finishing the front. So anyway, before my camera turned off the last time, I do want to get this out the way before I forget. So I'll just tell you guys about this side, because I was telling you about the rows, how the rows were as far as adding in the pieces. So for this row, all the way at the top, the very last row, I put a piece at the top and then at the bottom. But throughout the rest of the pieces, throughout the rest of the braids, I might have added in a piece or two. So not for the first 2 braids. I only added in a piece at the top and then at the bottom. But then when I got closer towards the last braids in the back of the first row, I added in a piece at the top, midway through, and then all the way at the bottom. So I did that with the rest of the braids in this row, and I think it's like 7 braids in the last row. And I can also tell you how many braids I did in each row. This little row right here is 3, the next is 4, the next is 5, this row is 6, the top row at the very top is 7. So that's how I was able to kind of have an estimate of how many braids I would have in the future if I do this hairstyle again, which more than likely I will. That's what I will be going off of. I wanted to mention that because if you guys like the length or like the weight, I mean, you can tell how much it weighs, but it's very, very lightweight. I can easily style my hair. So if you don't want like really heavy hair, then maybe you should try to keep around the same amount of braids that I have. I didn't do the back of my hair, so we can't really get into how many braids that'll be in the back. But the back ones, I plan on doing bigger parts with still a little bit of hair. So it's not going to be as even or as neat as this. I don't plan on wearing the back of my hair up. If I do, it's not a big deal, but for the most part, I'll probably be wearing it down the middle part or side part, or like half up, half down type of thing. I'll show you guys how it looks so you can just get an idea. But if I did the back of my hair tonight, then I wouldn't have did this video. This video would never have happened. Because I didn't want the pieces to be like too many and it's looking like overly full once I'm done with like a lot of pieces. And I also want to be able to manage the pieces when I go to sleep because this is synthetic hair. So I do want to make sure that I take the best care of it as possible once I'm sleeping, because a lot of times when you're asleep, synthetic hair seems to sweat and get a little matted. So like I said, I'll show you guys how I plan on sleeping every night, how I have been sleeping every night at the end of the video. I have no pieces added in except for this one. So the one that's closest to my little swoop there, this is the only one I added a piece into. And this is why when I flip my hair to the side and I'm styling it, so let me show you guys. So like say when I want to wear my hair over to the side, I always take that braid with me and this braid with me. So it kind of hurts because I'm just doing it, but like let me show y'all. When you style your hair to the side and then like you have that piece behind your ear and then there's just that one piece dangling, that's why I added a piece of curly hair to this particular braid. That's the only piece that's added in to these 2 rows besides at the bottom. So I only added one piece of curly hair. And then let's go to the next row. The next row, I started adding in curly pieces. As you can see, I didn't do them in any particular way. I did this one at the top for this row. I did this one, I braided down probably about 3 or 4 times, and then I added a piece in. And then how I wanted it to flow, so say I added a piece in to this braid right here, starting right here. The next one will come in right here, a little bit below. So, and then I just kept going like a little lower. So it's flowing like that, like on an angle. And then for this particular row, I added all my pieces that are closer to the front, I added in after I braided down like a few times. I wanted them to stay pretty much around my face instead of like starting down low. I wanted them to, you know, dangle from the very beginning of my face. And then I did the same thing with this row. As much as I would hate to pay a hairdresser to do my hair like this, I would love the convenience, and I definitely understand why they charge so much. Definitely. This is no joke. Like, I feel like I'm putting in micros. Clear your schedule when you do decide to do these. Brace yourself. Be prepared for a few meltdowns. I had a few. I'm still alive. Still moving. But just be prepared for those meltdowns because, baby, there will be plenty of meltdowns. If you have to do this hairstyle, please make sure that you're off for the next day or two, you know. Because because it might take about 2 days to do this hairstyle, to be quite honest with you. I didn't see anyone actually do this particular style with the traditional braid, you know. So now you guys can see if it's worth the hype. Is it really worth getting knotless? I will say knotless has a very natural look. However, everyone knows this isn't your hair regardless. So if you're that hard on people, you know, just having like, not even people, but if you're just, you really want that natural look, then, you know, go ahead for the knotless. But for me, this was good enough. Those back pieces, I put an extra piece in to just, you know, give it some definition. So once I got my little routine, like I said, don't forget to put that edge control on there just to help secure it. Take it out, rub your little finger through it, take the clip, and now just take that and clip it right on out your way and continue to braid. So I added in 2 pieces to the last, I added in 3 pieces to each braid for the last braids on the top row. So the first 2, just 2 pieces, and then the last few braids, I added in 3 pieces going down. If you guys have like any questions, you know, that I may have not answered in this video, because like I said, it was just me, I just like to put people on and just like tell them like it's ways to get your hair done and save money. And I'm not a professional, so I want to share my unprofessional journey with you guys to let you know that you can achieve this look on a budget. I'm all finished, well, somewhat. I didn't do the back, and this is the final look. I absolutely love this. Like, I am low-key obsessed, and I just can't get over the fact that this was so affordable. Like I said, I feel like I have a sew-in, like I really do. Yeah, let me just show you guys a few different ways that you can wear this style. So like, I was wearing it to the side the last time I had it done. This honestly hurts right now, like trying to throw these braids to the side. It actually hurts. My head is so tender, and I'm tender-headed, you guys, and I did my own hair, so I'm just so proud of myself, and I'm so proud of the outcome. But I just like those curly pieces to be like right there in the front when I do my side part. Really love how the side part looks. I'm gonna give you guys a few different angles, but I was wearing mine like this with a few more thrown to the side. But now that I have a little bit more braids, I'm not sure if that is even necessary. Let's see if I like it more that way. So I could do like that and add a little bit more braids. I'm not sure. I'll just be playing with this like all day. Half up, half down type of look. You can also go for that. This is probably not the smartest idea, adding all this extra tension, considering I just did this. But I just want to show y'all how versatile this hairstyle is. Ugh, this is killing me, literally. I'm trying to be a G on camera, but this honestly hurts. It's so tight. I don't even braid tight, but it's just like, ugh. But yeah, this is what it looks like, half up. So you can do that look and then just leave like the back dangling. You can also just pull little pieces out randomly and let them hang while your hair is up. That's also a really cute look. Just so many little looks you can do. Right now my fave is like it all being down. This is the only way that I haven't worn yet. And that's honestly why I decided to go with a little bit smaller braids, because I feel like with the larger, like the more, like these are like medium small. When I did the more so medium sized ones, I felt like the parts were like a little big, so it didn't kind of lay and blend as well as I would like it to, as far as it looking like I just have like a straight weave in. I wanted to have that more effect, so me going a little bit smaller, as you can see, it looks a lot more uniform, like if it was a sew-in. And then here's the back. Can you guys see how long this is? It's a little bit past my butt. If you don't want your hair to come past your butt, just say go with a shorter braiding length of hair, like maybe go with like 24 inches. This is 30 inches, So it's pretty long, and then you have the curly pieces added into the bottom. So you also have to factor that in, like no matter how long your braiding hair is, it's going to be a little bit longer than that. So before we end this video, I want to show you guys one more thing, and that is how to maintain this hairstyle, which is so important. So I'm going to be using flexi rods, and these are so comfortable to sleep with. They're super scrunchy. I just have hair everywhere. I said scrunchy. They're super soft, and you can pick these up at the hair store. I think a pack of like 10, or I don't know, maybe even 6. You won't only need 4, but I think like a pack is about $5 to $6, so very inexpensive. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start taking all of the curly pieces, whichever ones you could kind of get your hands on right at that top row, the ones that are closest to the top. Take all of those pieces out, dig in there through the braids, grab as many as you can. This might not be perfect, but I'm just giving you guys an idea. And then take your flexi rod and then just take the hair and roll it on, just like that. And then just roll it to the top, squeeze on both sides, boom, split it straight down the middle, take the back, and then go to the bottom of the hair, get it all in there nice and neatly. And then take your roller closest to like where your curly ends start, and then just wrap around like so. All right, so I have my rollers in. So I have the 2 in the back like that, and then the 2 up here in the front, and that's all you need to just maintain your curls. And then I'm gonna slide my bonnet on, and I sleep wild as ever with this bonnet on. So you just want to just grab those pieces in the back and throw them up in the bonnet first. So just take that, tuck the hair in there, and then you want to kind of like get the back in there as much as you can. My bonnet has like that band, or maybe all bonnets come like that. I don't normally sleep with a bonnet, so they could all come like this, but it has that band right around the front, so you actually don't have to do your edges in the morning for the most part. It kind of like secures the edges too, so you're not overdoing it with the edge control. That's pretty much it, you guys. I am completely finished talking to y'all and suffering for the night. I'm gonna call it a night, and I will see you guys in my next video. If you like this video, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope this was helpful, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. So if you like this video, make sure that you're subscribed so that you don't miss any future videos. And thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.